If you're holding on to a salaried job but dream of building your private practice, you're not alone. From building my own successful private practice to then training hundreds of other health professionals, I've learned exactly what blocks us from building a profitable private practice. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through my freedom framework to earn an extra 50k annually, maybe without quitting your job, losing those valuable benefits, or overloading yourself. Now, here's where most people fail before they've even begun, and what you need to do to build that practice that doubles your take-home pay, or maybe even more. Cody Sanchez is a multimillionaire investor and entrepreneur, and she says, remove the word try from your vocabulary. Now, if you want a part-time practice earning 50k a year, you don't just try, you have to do. You need to treat your side income as seriously as your day job, or maybe even more seriously. So how do you move from trying to doing? You start by dedicating specific, non-negotiable time to your practice. So say you work currently full-time, 37 hours a week. That means you realistically have about 10 extra hours available without burning out. Over a 7-day week, you pick a half day and 2 evenings each week and block those 10 hours exclusively for your practice. Your half day is planning time, your evenings are for client sessions. Next, you have to tell your family and friends that those hours are sacred. You may need to delegate or move other tasks around if needed, and designate one of your evenings as a takeout night. There's no more time in the week to magically add to your diary. You have to reclaim it from less important activities, and watching Netflix is never going to earn you any extra money. When you firmly decide and fiercely protect your time, your practice immediately moves from a dream to a reality, because commitment will kickstart action. And now that you've made that firm decision and got your hours together, the next question becomes clear. How do you turn those 10 dedicated hours per week into 50k annual income? And that's the next step in my freedom framework. Let's go. Back in 2016, I was completely burnt out. I had too many clients at just €50 an hour, and I was too scared to raise my fees, despite being an expert in a specialist niche of disordered eating. It was my supervisor who finally gave me the wake-up call I needed when he told me, Emma, you need to give yourself a promotion. And that's when I got serious. I set a clear goal. I wanted to earn €100,000 within 12 months, and I created a financial roadmap to get there. And it worked. Not because I worked harder, but because I'd taken the time to work out exactly how to hit my income goal. So how do you move from winging it to a clear roadmap that actually gets you to 50k a year part-time? Let's break it down. You've given yourself around 10 hours a week, roughly 48 weeks a year, give or take. Now, based on the time you've made available, you can work up to a combination of one-to-one sessions, offering a signature 8 to 12 week program, a group program twice a year, a half-day workshop twice in your first year, and more often after that. Based on the figures I've used, that's bumping up to 50k. The beauty of a clear money roadmap is that it turns your limited hours into focused, productive action. Instead of flapping around trying to do all the things, this exercise gives you clarity, confidence, and will move you steadily towards your income goal. But even the best money roadmap won't help if you don't know exactly what you're offering and who it's for. If you don't get this clear in your own mind, then you can't talk about it, and clients aren't going to know who you are or what you do. That's why the next step in the Freedom Framework is so crucial: defining your expert offer. Now, when I first created my financial roadmap, I realised that open-ended one-to-one sessions were not going to work for me. I'd hit an income ceiling and I was already burnt out. So I built a structured programme specifically for emotional and binge eating. I priced it at $1,495, more than doubling my per session fee, and clients were happy to pay it because it clearly solved their exact problem. I wasn't selling sessions anymore, I was selling a solution. Being a specialist made me stand out and made clients confident in choosing me. So how do you move from vague statements like, I'm a health coach, or I'm a therapist helping people with their mental health, to an expert offer that clients immediately recognise as valuable? Now, I cannot stress this enough for anyone who has a fear about niching down, and I know a lot of you have that fear. General statements like, I help people achieve their health goals, do not attract clients. But something specific like, I help women with PCOS reduce bloating, fatigue, and sugar cravings without a restrictive diet. That speaks specifically to a huge audience. Did you know that 10% of women globally have PCOS? I'm going to be doing a video on niching very soon, so watch out for that. So now let's map out and create an expert offer. 1. You choose your speciality and ideal client. Who do you want to help and what specific problem can you solve for them? 2. Create a signature one-to-one program. Now the goal here is to be clear on the actual outcomes your clients will achieve and work back from there. 3. Set a price that reflects the value. And I know this one is tricky for a lot of coaches and therapists, but you have to price your signature program based on the results your clients achieve, not just the hours you put in. Remember, you're now selling a solution, not just sessions. Write that down. 4. Adapt your signature program. Once your signature program has been tested one-to-one with a few clients, you can easily turn it into a group program or a half-day workshop for different price points and different audiences depending on how ready they are. Now once you've done this, you're going to revisit your roadmap from earlier. Plug in your new expert offer fees. Does it add up to 50k over 12 months? And don't worry, later in this video, I'm going to share a quick, easy way to calculate all the combinations so you can confidently map out your way to 50k. I'm a poet and I don't know it. When your expert offer is crystal clear, marketing gets easier. It will change how you feel talking about what you do because you're clear on what you do and who you help. You've also nailed your pricing based on results you can achieve, and this paves the way for your ideal clients to start finding you because now they know exactly how you can help them. But even with a solid expert offer, many practitioners still stumble over one critical question. How do I actually get clients? And that's exactly where we're headed next in the Freedom Framework. Imagine you're trying to catch fish by standing in the middle of a lake and yelling, "Here, fishy, fishy!" Ridiculous? But that's exactly how most health coaches and therapists approach marketing, if they do it at all. Posting randomly on Instagram and hoping clients will magically appear. Smart fishermen don't chase fish. They set traps. They know exactly what bait works and exactly where to put it. They drop their line strategically and they wait patiently. You're not a full-time marketer, you're a clinician, and so am I. But every business needs marketing. With an expert offer, you can be more strategic and actually attract clients to you without becoming a full-time marketing guru. So here's how you attract and excite your ideal clients. 1. Create a simple freebie. A short PDF or video like 5 mistakes women with PCOS make with food. Every piece of content you post points the reader to your freebie. If you're listed on directories, ensure your listing speaks only about your expert offer and you share a link to your freebie. That's how you're going to stand out from everyone else. 2. Make booking a free consult or discovery call easy. Link your freebie to an online calendar so clients can immediately book a free 20-minute consult. 3. Start building trust immediately. Before any call, send a short email with 3 to 5 helpful FAQs. This positions you as an expert before you even speak to anybody. 4. Stay top of mind. Automatically add anyone who downloads your freebie to your email list. Send quick helpful emails every week or two. Tips, case studies or helpful resources. Not everybody's going to be ready to buy straight away, but when they are, you want to be top of mind so you're their first choice. Most practitioners never bother to put this simple automation of marketing in place, which is exactly why you should. These strategies build trust, attract qualified clients, and build momentum in the background while you focus on your real work. When your marketing message is clear and you've got some automation going on, you stop chasing clients and start attracting them. Marketing should not be overwhelming or stressful. It can be simple, predictable, and even enjoyable. This video is me, marketing my way, and I really enjoy sharing my years of learning with you. But none of this matters if you stay stuck in preparation. And not for nothing, there are a lot of procrastinating perfectionists in the coaching and therapy space, because I used to be one of them. The biggest momentum killer is waiting too long, overthinking everything, and never launching at all. And that's why the next step in the Freedom Framework is about setting a defined timeline with a clear, simple 12-month plan. Now let's be real. Thinking about everything needed to reach 50k can really feel overwhelming. Offers, freebies, calendars, emails, content, and seeing clients. It is a lot. But remember when you got roadmap ready earlier on? Now we're going to turn that money roadmap into a defined timeline from 0 to 50k. So here's your simple defined timeline for 12 months to build your practice. In Q1, you're going to lay the foundation. Set up a simple one-page website with your freebie and booking link. You start offering one-to-one sessions and tell everyone you meet exactly what you do. Plus you talk about it online all the time. Your goal is to get your first 3 paying clients. In Q2, you begin to grow. You're aiming for 6 weekly clients. Collect feedback and testimonials from them and put them on your website and your socials. Post helpful content 2 to 3 times a week, and you'll know what it is because your clients will be telling you. Start networking in your local area. So many people forget about the power of local community. Get out and spread the words to doctors, yoga studios, health stores, and other health professionals you can cross-refer to. Keep your email list growing and keep in touch twice a month. Plan your first group program. In Q3, you're going to start leveraging what you've done so far. You'll launch your group program. You continue building your audience with regular content. This never stops, by the way. Stop offering open-ended one-to-one sessions if you're still doing that, and focus on your signature program for your one-to-one clients. Then plan your first workshop. In the final 3 months of your first year, you're going to consolidate. Run your workshop, ideally twice. Relaunch your successful group program at a higher price. And stay consistent. Keep reviewing your results and adjust as needed. Now, is this plan going to be linear and perfect? Absolutely not. Life's going to happen. Things won't go as you expected. But as long as you stick to your weekly time commitment and keep taking consistent action based on what you're learning, you will build a practice that pays. Not just financially, but emotionally too. An extra 10,000. Is that a dream vacation? An extra 20,000. Car upgrade? An extra 30,000? Well, now we're paying off debt and starting savings. An extra 50,000. This is freedom and security. Not only doing work you love, but opening up real opportunities. Maybe you want to leave your full-time job, or maybe you just want to build a nest egg as you maximize your part-time practice. When you follow a defined timeline, overwhelm transforms into calm. Instead of constantly stressing about what to do next, you're going to simply follow the clear next step on your roadmap. Plus, learn from the mistakes and missteps as you go. By doing this, you're building your confidence in yourself, and the true gift is the freedom that comes from knowing you're no longer dreaming about it, you're doing it, and you're building a really important safety net for yourself. Now, having a clear timeline is great, but there's a cheat code for getting ahead even faster, and that's delivering an experience that turns clients into raving fans and referrers. The best marketing strategy is simple: blow your clients' minds. And that's exactly where we're headed next: over-delivering. Back in 2014, I offered free short consultations that people could book online through Acuity, a simple calendar on my website. And you might think, so what? Everybody does that. But back then, I was possibly the only therapist in Ireland doing it. I'll never forget a woman who said, "I'm so relieved I could book online. If I had to phone somebody, I'd never have come. You made it easy." Most therapists in particular unintentionally make booking an obstacle course. Back and forth emails, unanswered texts, awkward phone calls. You've got to make it easy for clients. And small acts of service like that can become a secret superpower. Even before your niche or program is perfect, just commit to being consistent and show clients that you care. Offer easy online booking. Respond to inquiries within 24 hours. Follow up gently with people who inquire but don't book. Reply to comments and messages quickly. Send appointment reminders. Make payment easy. Please get a card reader and a simple online payment software. And just always show up prepared and on time. Cody Sanchez calls this the flake tax, the price you pay when you don't follow through. Every small action is a deposit in your reputation bank, and over time, these deposits compound, creating raving fans who refer others to you and return again and again themselves. Over-delivering isn't just good karma, it's smart business. It builds trust, credibility, and powerful word of mouth that money can't buy. Your exceptional service can be your best marketing strategy. This single action will set you apart from 95% of other coaches and therapists. It's not your qualifications, it's how you make clients feel. But literally none of this matters if you do nothing with it. So please do not just bookmark this video and save it for later, because the final step in the Freedom Framework is crucial. Make your first move. The Freedom Framework works because I've lived it. Before my 2016 wake-up call moment with my supervisor, I'd already spent years building. In 2009, I started part-time, just 2 evenings a week, alongside a completely unrelated day job. Over the next several years, I added groups and workshops and went full-time. By 2016, everything clicked. It took me 7 years to achieve what I'm now trying to help you do in 1. You now have the exact roadmap that I wish I'd had. So now you can move from someday to starting. And it's simple. Just make your first move today. Right now, this minute, block off your dedicated 10 hours a week. Head to the video description and download the complete checklist I've created for you, and use the calculator I've built to get you roadmap ready for your 50k part-time practice. Get out a pen and paper and brainstorm your niche, sketch out your first expert offer, or just set up your online calendar. It doesn't actually matter where you start, just start. The Freedom Framework isn't theory. It's exactly what I did to go from underpaid and overwhelmed to building a thriving practice. And I went from there to now having a global network of specialists trained and licensed to deliver my signature program. And it's not just me. I've watched this work again and again for our licensed Eating Freely practitioners. Why? Because it's grounded in reality. I'm a qualified therapist in a big niche who has done the hard yards to get to where I am. And I'm genuinely happy now to make it a lot easier for you to do it too. Because as helpers, we deserve to be healthy, stress-free, and have balance in our lives. And when we show up for our clients like that, we're communicating something no words can ever express. It's the energy of healing. When you make your first move, you instantly shift your identity. You're no longer someone thinking about starting a practice. You become a practitioner actively building a practice. Your attention shifts, your energy flows, and your confidence grows. If you're serious about adding 50k to your income part-time on your terms, then please give yourself the greatest gift possible. Just start taking action, because nobody is coming to give you permission. You've just given it to yourself.